Barrister Obun Wasakwe, JP, Ezudo Gidi, Secretary, Obi Dati, Presidential Campaign Elders Council.
As Nigeria prepares for the general elections holding from 25th February 2023, broadcasters are enjoined to make ethical reportage their watchword. All political programs shall observe the provisions of the Nigeria Broadcasting Code and other extant laws relating to broadcasting. All broadcasting stations must adhere to the principles of pluralism and to ensure equitable airtime to all political parties or views. All political programs shall adhere to the general principles of legality, decency, and truthfulness. For the avoidance of doubt, the broadcast of a political campaign, jingle, announcement, or any other form of partisan party identification or symbol ends not later than 24 hours before polling day. Hate speech is prohibited. Be professional. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting. Announcer, management.
Listen to news updates on Ekpa 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ekpa FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ekpa, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Thursday, the 23rd day of February 2023, and the time is a minute past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shukwekezie is my name. The headlines. Finland authorities arrest pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa. Anambra, boats do a better job than bullets. Chief Okeke appeals to government. Gunmen attack Labour Party members in Enugu, burn 3 to death. Minister wants Imo State to produce another Mark Zuckerberg as Uzodinma trains 5,000 youths. INEC delivers sensitive materials in Lagos. Joe Biden says US will defend every inch of NATO as Moscow welcomes China's help in resolving Ukraine war. Now, details. Finland authorities arrest pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa. According to a Finland news outlet, HS, the police escorted the separatists out of his apartment in Lahti. The platform claimed that they had gone to Ekpa's residence for an interview, but to their surprise, the Finland police, KRP, answered when the HS team rang the separatist bell. The HS said the KRP prevented their team from entering Ekpa's apartment and said that the interview would be moved to the future. When contacted, an official of the Finnish embassy in Abuja who craves anonymity confirmed Ekpa's arrest to newsmen on Thursday. It is our understanding that he is currently in police custody in Finland. The official, who is not authorized to speak to press, told newsmen. According to information available to us, the image is verified by Helsingin Sanomat. In Finnish newspaper, in it, Ekpa is seen being escorted out of his home in Lahti by plainclothes Finnish police. The official volunteered. Before his eventual arrest on Thursday, Nigerians all over the world have signed a petition appealing to the Finnish government, Nigerian government, and the European Union to arrest Ekpa, the brain behind the sit-at-home order in the southeast. Ekpa, a self-acclaimed disciple of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, nnamdikanu, had repeatedly ordered the people of the southeast to observe a sit-at-home and asked them to boycott the country's general elections billed for Saturday. His repeated sit-at-home order has been marked by bloodshed and destruction of lives and properties in the region by his enforcers. News had on February 15th reported that the federal government summoned the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lina Plevinen, over hate speech and incitive comments by Ekpa. At a meeting with Plevinen, Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyama said Ekpa's action was fast becoming a threat to the forthcoming election and that the federal government would not take it lightly with him. And the Finland government is, if nothing drastic is done, we thought it was important for us to have this chat with you to let you know that, of course, he is living in the comfort of his home there in Finland, and we know that we have been in touch with your good self. We have had some time to ensure that we arrest this situation, but it appears the situation is getting out of hand, and we are saying enough is enough. We should let you know in very strong terms that it is high time you really back Nigeria with the quest that something is done immediately because he threatens the forthcoming elections. The sad thing is that this gentleman has a lot of followers out there, and the moment he issues the instructions, what happens is that you have destruction the very next day. They embarked on killings and burning and you name it. And we believe this is not acceptable. It is important to get to know that these elections are being threatened by the actions of someone, and that something needs to be done immediately to address the situation. This, in essence, is why we thought it was important for us to have this discussion with you so as to let you know our concerns and the displeasure of the government of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria on this very unhealthy development. The minister, who was represented by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Zaberu Dada, had told Benin. Anambra votes do a better job than bullets. Chief Okeke appeals to gunmen. An Igbo statesman and the former chairman of the Police Service Commission, Chief Dr. Simon Okeke, has expressed regrets that the state of Southeast today, security-wise, had given a false representation of what the zone was known for. In a release, Chief Okeke signed on behalf of other Igbo elders, including Dr. Chukwuemeka Zife, Professor Ihechukwu Mmadike, Nze Fidelis Ozichukwu, Professor Charles Mukako, Barrister Onoruo Arua, Brigadier General Austin Iguatu, retired, Major General Lincoln Ogwenwe, retired, and AVM Osita Obierika. He noted that the homeland before now had a tradition of peace and tranquility, industry, academic adventurism, and culture of family well-being. He said that today, a small clique of misguided persons, mostly youths, had inflicted mayhem and bloodletting to contaminate the orderly life of Ndibo to the extent that one could not really go about one's daily pursuits. People of the Southeast have been cowed into submitting to a sit-at-home order. These irregularities, which had also extended to election day, when people are looking forward to use their votes to speak their minds, must not be allowed to happen. It is for this reason that the combined voices of elders, youths, men, women, and our retired military and paramilitary officers have come out to state unequivocally and reject this situation in its entirety. We must speak up against those who say there should be no elections. Elections in the Southeast must hold. We call on the people of the Southeast to come out en masse on February 25th to vote and vote for candidates of their choice. We salute our royal father for the recent pronouncement they made assuring all of their subjects of safety on the election day, February 25th, and subsequent elections day. We also salute President Buhari for his recent broadcast in which he stated, "I want to assure you that the government has taken adequate security measures to allow everyone to come out and cast their votes freely without any intimidation. This is quite reassuring. The president of the country has given his assurance for safety. The royal fathers have followed suit in the assurance of your safety," Chief Okeke said. He told Ndibo that the police and armed forces have been fortified to protect them all throughout the election period. Gunmen attack Labour Party members in Enugu, burn 3 to death. Some unknown gunmen of Wednesday evening killed at least 3 members of the Labour Party in Amechi, Nkanu area of Enugu State. Unconfirmed report says one of those killed is the party's senatorial candidate for Enugu East. Witnesses said the Labour Party members were traveling in Sienna bus branded in the party's colors when they were attacked by the gunmen who shot at the vehicle and subsequently set it ablaze, killing all the occupants. This happened just moments ago. The gunmen came out of nowhere and started shooting at the vehicle. They shot it severally before setting it ablaze. We watched the vehicle burn but couldn't help because there was nothing we could do. When the car finished burning, we approached it and I can count 3 corpses already. Witness affirmed. Minister wants Imo State to produce another Mark Zuckerberg as Uzodinma trains 5,000 youths. Technology, opportunity, and people are critical for human existence in the 21st century. This is according to the Governor Hope Uzodinma at the graduation and empowerment of 5,000 Imo skill-up youths at Landmark Event Center. While congratulating the youths, Governor Hope Uzodinma expressed joy at the excitement that welcomed the Skill Up program by Imo youths. The governor, in his address, stated that more of these engaging programs will help to eradicate banditry and insecurity in the state as more youths will be gainfully engaged. The governor charged the youths to take full advantage of the opportunities offered through digital skills training and other programs of the government to establish. On his part, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Pantami, stated that the Skill Up program is a shift from creating job employees to producing job employers. He further encouraged the Imo to leverage the era of the digital revolution to build a knowledge-based economy like the US, China, and Japan, whose economies are driven by digital innovation and economy than by natural resources. According to the minister, this is by prioritizing soft and hard skills. He commended the governor, stating that Governor Hope Uzodinma deserves the adjective, the digital governor. He challenged Imo youths to invest in critical thinking and take advantage of the program for the emergence of another Mark Zuckerberg from Imo State. Speaking earlier, the Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, Dr. Shimezi Amadi, disclosed that the Skill Up Imo project is one of the strategic initiatives of Governor Hope Uzodinma, specifically designed to provide free training and support to 100,000 Imolites, particularly the youth, in new innovative and Industry 4.0 skills set. INEC delivers sensitive materials in Lagos. The Independent National Electoral Commissioner INEC in Lagos State on Wednesday took delivery of sensitive materials for Saturday's general elections from the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). INEC's resident electoral commissioner in Lagos State, Mr. Olusegun Agbaja, told the newsmen in Lagos that the commission had begun distribution to the 20 local government areas of the state. The presidential and national assembly elections are scheduled to hold on Saturday. Agbaja said, "We have taken delivery of the sensitive materials today. It started very well, and the distribution to the 20 local government areas is still going on. We are in the last phase of the process of the election. We have taken the ballot papers and the result sheet for the presidential, senatorial, and the House of Representatives election taking place on Saturday, February 25th. He said the exercise was witnessed by the Commissioner of Police, Idowu Ohuwunwa, the Department of State Security, DSS, political party officials and observers, EU and ECOWAS, among others. We have invited every stakeholder to see the transparency that INEC has been talking about so that everyone can see that we are on the same page with the movement of sensitive materials to local government areas. That is to show the nation that the commission is ready, that we are there to ensure that February 25th is sacrosanct, just like March 11th will also be. Nothing will stop INEC from going ahead on Saturday," he said. Agbaja also added, "We are also sending Bermuda Voters Accreditation System, BVAS, to various local government areas. They are being loaded from here, INEC headquarters, and trucks are taking them to various local government areas." The commissioner said the BVAS had been fully configured and would be fully charged. According to him, the end of Wednesday, all the 20 local government areas in the state will have received their materials, and by Thursday, everything local government areas will have been settled, followed by sorting on registration areas, ward basis. On Friday, according to him, the material would be carried to various RAC registration area centers, where INEC officials will do the necessary sorting before moving them on Saturday morning to the various polling units. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Joe Biden says US will defend every inch of NATO as Moscow welcomes China's help in resolving Ukraine war. The US president met leaders from the 9 countries in the most eastern part of the NATO alliance as the Russian president held talks with China. Election of nations in the most eastern parts of the NATO alliance that came together in response to Putin's 2014 annexation of Crimea from Ukraine. The alliance includes Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, and Slovakia. The countries have expressed concern that Mr. Putin could launch military actions against them next if he is successful in Ukraine. "You are the front lines of our collective defense," Mr. Biden said of the group. "And you know better than anyone what's at stake in this conflict, not just for Ukraine, but for the freedom of democracies throughout Europe and around the world." He pledged that NATO's mutual defense pact is sacred and that we will defend literally every inch of NATO. Meanwhile, Russia has welcomed Beijing, taking a more active role in efforts to resolve the war after China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, met Vladimir Putin in Russia. Following the meeting, Mr. Putin said he was looking forward to a visit to Moscow by Chinese President Xi Jinping. No other countries could influence the relationship between China and Russia, he added. Russia's foreign ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said Mr. Wang's trip had shown Moscow and Beijing agreed on many issues. Ms. Zakharova praised China's balanced approach towards the war. We welcome China's readiness to play a positive role in resolving the Ukrainian crisis, Ms. Zakharova said. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Finland authorities arrest pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa. Anambra votes do a better job than bullets. Shifokeke appeals to gunmen. Gunmen attack Labour Party members in Enugu, burn 3 to death. Minister wants Imo State to produce another Mark Zuckerberg as Ozodemma trains 5,000 youths. INEC delivers sensitive materials in Lagos. Joe Biden says US will defend every inch of NATO as Moscow welcomes China's help in resolving Ukraine war. You just listened to news update on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifan Shukwekizie. Thank you for listening. Once again, good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5
Thank you.
FM.
Like, subscribe, share.
6 o'clock a.m.
Thanks.
and the 6 o'clock